to give a very special thanks to Mattel for sending these products to us for free. What's up, Fabs and Besties? I know by now you all know that Monster High has designed 3 Haunt Couture dolls featuring Draculaura, Frankie, and Clawdeen. They're down there, buried in the box. Let's dig them up. Am I excited for this? Yes. Have I been waiting for this? Yes. Do we need to build a new backdrop to display these dolls? Yes. I am going to make a hidden doll room that's a little larger than our basic doll room because I want it to be taller than the doll box. And we're gonna make a little platform for a runway. I'm thinking 18 inches should do it. I trim the foam board down, draw a line 11 inches from the sides, score the line, being careful not to cut all the way through so it can bend. Repeat on the other side to make a trifold. Now that we have the walls for our scene, we need a floor. I take another piece of foam board, cut 11 inches from the longest side so it's the same length as the walls. For me, that is 30 inches because my foam board is 20 by 30. Measure the space in the center of the trifold. For me, that is 9 inches. Score a line 11¼ inches from the sides, making another trifold where the sides can fold up. It should fit into the other trifold. Use the leftover pieces of foam board to cut out rectangles. I cut one at 10½ by 7¼ 2 that are 10 inches by 1/2 inch, and 1/2 inch by 6¾ Glue the smaller pieces onto the larger one, lining them up with the back to make a platform with a little lip around the edge. Let's take some LED lights. These are pink, although they look purple to me, but you know what? Either one would work. Flip over the platform and glue them onto the lip. So we don't see the lights, but we get a little glow. I got some purple glitter paper, and it's actually smooth, so it's very shiny. I cut a strip and glue it underneath on the sides of the platform. Hopefully the light will reflect off the paper and give us a little more sparkle. I cut another piece of leftover foam board to go on the back, about 1 inch from the edge. Sketch a coffin shape, cut it out, making a coffin-shaped doorway. Let's add a little bit of that glitter paper around the edge, flip it over, make a small box for the battery pack. I cover the platform with a shiny scrapbook paper. I cut some notches out of the paper where we will attach the wall, then glue it to the platform, then glue on the back wall. I glue the rest of the lights to the back, so we'll have a little glow behind the cutout. Might need to add some glitter paper back there as well. This is what it will look like with the shiny glitter paper. And here is some regular purple glitter paper. I don't know, I think I kind of like that one better. And maybe we can put some black paper on the sides. That's a decent plan. Let's glue it all down. Place the Monster High boxes on the sides. Add some lights behind them for a freaky fab backdrop. Perfect to showcase the ghouls. In the box, there was a poster with the names of the lead designers, a t-shirt for me, and of course, the dolls, Frankie, Draculaura, and Clawdeen. The boxes are shaped like coffins with a different print for each character. Pre-order for Frankie has already been released. The other 2 will come later. Right now on the Mattel Creations website, Frankie is listed as $75. And it also says sold out. And given my past history of not being able to secure a doll on a launch date, I want to say thanks for the gift, because I probably wouldn't have been able to get one. And I'm still feeling the pain from the last time. On the back of the box, it is solid. Underneath, it says, this product is intended for adult collectors and is not intended for children under 14 years of age. And as you know, whenever we see the words adult collector, the prices can be a little high. In my experience, of course. If the other two end up with a similar price, you can expect to pay about $225 for all three. Without further ado, here is Frankie Stein. She comes with a certificate of authenticity, and on the back, there are some words from Frankie. Wait, is it day 400 or 4070? Either way, it's been a stitch or two since the last time I saw you. Lots of shocking stuff going on behind the screams. Don't you just love the way this look is put together? Check out this totally voltageous top with metallic skullettes and hardware vest for an edgy finish. The rest of the outfit is scare-adorable with a terrifying zipper trim skirt plus high voltage heels with light switches. I can't believe Cleo actually found time to design this. After her break, oops. Like I said, lots going on behind the screams. I've been falling apart without you, so let's fang out more often. Frankie Stein. I gotta say, I love the way they talk in Monster High. So with that, we got an overview of her look, but let's go in for more detail. Her hair is pretty long. It's got a little curl to it. It's very soft. There is no product in it. The front is pulled up. There is a little black hair accessory, 2 hair clips. She has rooted lashes, red lipstick, metallic earrings. Her blouse is kind of see-through, and there is a little protective plastic shirt underneath. There is a blue sparkly sleeveless top underneath the blouse. We can see the collar at the top. She has a silver-colored plastic vest, black and blue belt, a skirt with several layers. There are faux zippers on the front, some faux leather, some plaid, and a little bit of tulle. She has silver-colored strappy shoes with light switches that can move on the heels. She has a backpack that is open and comes with a diary. There's a little pocket for the diary inside the box. A metallic brush and doll stand is also included. I chose to go with one of my older Monster High stands because I just don't have the best of luck with these little clear brackets here. I always break them. So I was just like, let's remove this and use one of the OG ones because I didn't want to cry in this video. Just being honest, because that's what would have happened if I broke it. Clawdeen Wolf is ready to make an entrance. Hey Ghoul, we've got so much to catch up on, including that outfit choice. But we'll talk about that later. Seriously, it's been like 120 full moons or so since we last fanged out. She comes with a certificate of authenticity, where you can read the rest of her note on the back, a diary, and a purple metallic doll stand. I am loving the details in the eyes. She has purple and gold earrings, wears a black studded headband. Her hair is brown and pink, and her curls are a little more intact than my Frankie's. She carries a purse that looks like a jacket. It's on a gold-colored chain. That is a fun detail. She has jewelry that says Monster, a gold-colored bracelet on the other wrist. She wears a two-tone faux fur coat that is lined on the inside. It's green. Love that. She has plastic gold-colored necklaces with black painted details. Wears a mesh shirt with gold ribbon trim over a multicolored top. She wears a shiny purple faux leather skirt with pleats at the bottom, stitched details, and tulle. Personally, I would have loved to have seen working pockets. Loving the socks. Let's check out those shoes. They're black with gold painted details and open toe. And did I forget to mention Frankie's bracelet? Clawdeen has always been a favorite of mine, so I'm very happy to see her again. How long has it been? Seems like ages since I crept out of the crypt and let the sunshine hit my face. Well, not literally. Vampire, remember? Here is Draculaura with her certificate of authenticity. She has black and pink hair with a curl, bangs in the front, lavender eyes, deep red lipstick, pink metallic safety pin earrings, a felt pink hat that says vamp and has a little bat on it. She has a pink metallic bat necklace, wears a black cape with pink glitter. It's pink and black on the other side. She has mesh sleeves with lace on the ends, a white blouse with puff sleeves, and you can see little bats right there on the chest. Layered on top, she has a pink dress with black stitching with black lace at the bottom and a little webbed layer with black glitter on top. Sheer black leggings with lace, pink boots with black painted details. And if you look really closely, you can see that her heels look like bats. To me, anyway. She has a pink ring shaped like a coffin. If you look really closely, you can see a tiny little heart. I hope I don't lose that. She has a black belt with wings and a heart, and little metallic pink hearts that dangle, and a little pink backpack. I think it's kind of shaped like a coffin, which is cool, and there are some painted details on the front. She also has a diary inside her box, as well as a pink metallic stand and brush. I have been begging for the return of Monster High, and I'm happy to see the ghouls are back in school. Personally, if I was to compare these with some of the other collector dolls we've seen, I think these girls are definitely delivering the details. On Frankie and Clawdeen, the layering in their tops gives you a little flexibility to change out their looks. I like the sewn backpacks, and I can't wait to be reunited with some of our other favorite characters. These dolls are articulated with movement at the head, shoulder, elbow, wrist, hip, and knee. You know how we do. Thank you for joining us while we took a look at Monster High Haunt Couture and made a backdrop we hope to use in future Monster High videos. It feels good to say that. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. Don't forget to ring the bell and follow us on Instagram at MyFroggyStuff, The Frog Vlog, and Bella of MyFroggyStuff. And we will see you next time.